Happy Friday, Spartans. We are wrapping up a successful week here in Spartan Nation. We are wrapping up week 5. And what does that mean? What's the significance? Honestly, not a ton in terms of grading. We are on semester grading, so our grades will not be final until the end of the semester, but it's just a check-in point. So we had teachers submit grades today by noon. It's just kind of a glimpse in time. You can always check grades on Student View and Parent View. But at this point, we should have 8 grades into the grade book, and so we're chugging right along. We are firing on all cylinders. Having a chance to pop into classrooms this week was pretty awesome, and so just a couple highlights from those visits this week is in Miss Burke's class, getting a chance to sit down and talk to a couple of students about a support and elaboration essay they were writing on what's their favorite color, and starting to use different support and elaboration strategies. Students were really working hard and putting forth effort. Had a chance to visit in Mr. Wyatt's class and sit at a table as they were rotating through different stations of small group instruction. One of those stations being with Mr. Wyatt and I was just kind of observing, learning a little bit about triangulation. And so that was a really cool experience for me. Today in art, as I went around and did Friday of Fist Bumps, wishing everyone a happy Friday and a wonderful weekend. In Mrs. Kreitz's art class, they were doing bubble glaze. And so here's a quick little video. And as we wrapped up the week, we had a shield lesson on Wednesday that was on respect. And so that is attached into the written part of the email, so you can take a look at the Respect Shield lesson for this week. And then we wrapped up the week in terms of academics with an opportunity to have a pep assembly today. Our students, I got on the announcements after, our whole student body did such an amazing job. Student council, Mrs. Roner and student council did an incredible job of putting this together. I know one specific teacher, as I went around today, said that was probably one of our best pep assemblies ever, which setting the bar pretty high for the rest of the school year, but I'm excited. It was really awesome to pump that energy in today. And thank you to student council. Our students did a great job of coming in, being respectful, but having fun, and then exiting the campus safely, exiting the gym safely. We have specific procedures for that. So really excited with that. And so here are some highlights from today's pep assembly as well. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing a couple of moments from our amazing pep assembly today. So just to wrap up some other things from this week, it was a really busy week. I had the chance to go over to Higley High School on Wednesday and watch the freshman football team. It was a really enjoyable moment for me to catch up with a couple former Spartans, give them some high fives and some taps on the helmet as they took on Campo Verde for their first game of the season and won that game in significant fashion. If I remember, it was 40-16. So that was a really cool experience. Here's a photo of our baseball team. Coach Davila and our 7th graders went to Feed My Starving Children this week. That was a really cool experience for them. And so thank you, Coach Davila, for putting that together for our students. And again, just a couple photos to commemorate that. One of the other things we did this week was we had a Spirit Week. And so our staff is divided into teams throughout the year, and we do different competitions on different days. Some of those are on Fridays. Like today we did a Name That Spartan, where I send out some different clues and teachers will guess throughout the day on who that might be. But this is a really cool photo of during Spirit Week this week. The team created some cowboy hats on our Tip Your Hat Day. And so they all dressed up. And so I just love the camaraderie and the spirit on this campus, which just exudes into what our teachers do in the classroom, and then just feeds directly into the success of our students. Some of our celebrations for this week, on Wednesday, we had a chance to celebrate some teachers. So congratulations to Miss DeRay, Miss Hoyt, Mr. Emenecker, Miss Murphy, and Miss Jim for earning a pair of socks off this week for our Knock Your Socks Off award. Our VIP parking, we have a couple parking spots that are set aside specific for our VIP parking teachers. So that's Miss Baywick, Miss Kreitz, and Miss Gomez. So kudos to you three for earning those. And then we have 2 more spots that are opened up for our classified staff of the month. And so that went to a paraprofessional. That's Miss Leanne Gooch was awarded that. So congratulations. And then our certified teacher of the month is Miss Welch. So congratulations to all of them. And then our students of the month, and so you can check this awesome photo out that we're hoping to put on the marquee as well. But our 7th grade student of the month was Julia Wojo. And so congratulations, Julia. And Ellie Fuentes, congratulations to you as our 8th grade student of the month. And so we have such an amazing and talented group of teachers, and we have amazing, incredible students. And so we try our very best to continue to celebrate the success and their ongoing growth and success, and exuding our motto of respect and accountability. And so those are the things that fill my cup, and I know fill the cup for our teachers, is recognizing all the greatness on our campus. So a couple of things looking ahead to next week. We have our parent-teacher conference communication will start to go out Monday. Parent-teacher conferences are set for September 14th and 15th. We'll have 2 blocks on the 14th. The first block is from 2 to 4, and then we have a 5 to 7 block. And then on Friday, we have a 2 to 4 block. And so our teachers will send out communications to students that we have some academic or maybe some behavior concerns. We're gonna try to get those scheduled first, and then we will open it up to anyone else that might wanna come in. Those can be in person, those can be through Microsoft Teams, those can be over the phone. And if something doesn't work out for you for the 14th or 15th, just communicate with those teachers or that particular teacher, and we'll work with you on making sure we work as a team to support your Spartan student. Save the date as we wrap up here. Our amazing PTSO has coordinated a fundraiser at Main Event on September 20th. That's a early release day. And from 4 to 8, we encourage you to attend Main Event. And whatever you do on that day, there'll be some proceeds that go back. So our PTSO will have a booth there, and then any receipts that are collected from Sossaman will then go towards a fundraiser. And those funds go right back to supporting our campus in a variety of ways. So we appreciate your support with that. As we wrap up officially here, dropping off items that seem to be a little influx in the last week or so. And so as your student might forget an item at home, there's a process for that. So if you could come in, talk to Miss Vanessa in the front office. We have some lockers that are set up. If your student has a phone, you can text them and let them know, hey, on your passing period or on your lunch, you can come down and grab that item. If your student doesn't have a phone, what we'll do is we'll take their name, figure out where they're at, send a TA, one of our student TAs, to drop a note off in that class. And then again, that same time would be passing period or lunchtime to drop it off. We don't want to interrupt instructional time to drop off something that was left at home. And so thanks for supporting that endeavor. And then last but not least, there's going to be a link here in below in our more information section. But Legendary Teacher Day is coming up. I feel like every week I talk about how amazing our teachers are, and we would love to hear from you. And so there's a link for you to be able to fill out some information to recognize a teacher for Legendary Teacher Day, and those teachers will be recognized in that matter from the organization that's running Legendary Teacher Day. So please scroll down and look for that as well. I think that wraps everything up. I will hopefully see everyone tonight at the Higley football game. If those aren't attending the dance, I appreciate Mr. Keeling, Miss McCullough, and all of our chaperones that'll be here for the dance. And I'm gonna head over to Higley High here shortly to support our Higley Knights, and a lot of those are former Spartans. And so I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Look forward into week 6, and go Spartans. Have a great weekend.